Make sure the levels are good. All right. Vader Games in the building. Vader Games TV. Another episode of Why Always Me. You know what it is. First things first, my peoples come first. You're new to the channel, hit that sub button, hit that like button. If you're returning because you've been here before, you're part of the fam, I appreciate you. I thank you. Hit that like button. Let me see you in the comments. It is going to be one of those shows. I'm going to be honest with you. It's going to be one of those shows. Dudley in the building. What it do, my guy? It's going to be one of those shows. If you guys happen to miss my last show that took place yesterday, almost 24 hours ago, with Daps, fantastic guest, home and away. Actually, the first home and away of this week, to tell you the truth. But did an episode with Daps. Great conversation. If you missed it, go back, check it out. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you like. Let me know anything that kind of sparked off that you want to even hear more about. Because it was a great conversation. Now, you know what it is. You see the comments here. Right on the screen. Please let me know in the comments if you enjoy the tweets, how I kind of preview it or promote it. Let me know if there's anything you want tweaked there. But I try to let the family know what I'm going to be talking about. All right. I try to let you all know what's going to be discussed this week. And it's going to be a lot. Week 2 in the EPL. Just the weekend kept giving and giving. Now, before we get right into it, I got to kick off the intro. I got to do it. I'm repping Toronto. Check it out. Yeah. Okay. Oh, man. What a home debut. All right. I know it's Wednesday. I know this took place over the weekend, but my show's once a week. So this is my time to interact with y'all. Or maybe it's just me talking out in the universe and you guys hit me up in the comments afterwards. All good. I love the interaction either way. Now, the home debut. City. So much hype. You're right. So much hype because good win the week before, a business win. And we saw Haaland score and assist. Oh, sorry. No, we saw Haaland with his goals. And you know what? This week, we saw the man with his assist. We saw KDB with the assist last week. But I'm going to say this. I am one of those, obviously, away fans, international fans, that truly am envious of the home fans or the fans that are close enough to attend games. I will attend a home game in the very near future. I think it's a trip that I would love to do. I've got family over in the UK, so it's a trip that I would like to do, maybe connect back with family or even bring my son over with me, but it's something I want to do. I definitely want to catch a home game. I think that energy, I think the excitement would be huge. Hello, bang out Wagwan, my guy. Respect for tuning in. Let's get going. Trust me. It's going to be a combo. Just doing the intro. But the home game atmosphere, the debut home game in particular, is something that I definitely want to witness and experience, and it's going to be on that. It's going to be on that list of things to do. Now, I could feel the energy, and I'm so far away. I could see even how Manchester City was doing some of its videos, some of its promos, how things were talked about, and it felt hype. Talking with Daps yesterday, man told me the energy was incredible. I look forward to having a conversation about that as well with Martin from the Mancunian Way. Looking to have that conversation tomorrow. So I'm excited for that. But the energy was incredible. And you know what? Manchester City did not disappoint. They did not disappoint at all. I'm not sure how any of you watched it. Let me know in the comments if you you got a quality stream that you kick to, if you subscribe to any, sport channels that you got nothing to worry about, you're catching your game. But for me out here, there's a few legit sources, and there's a few I gotta find my proper stream. Did it legit? It was legit because I worked and I definitely didn't want anything to mess up with the viewing, right? Oh, comments are banging off real quick. Let me put those on screen. Dudley goes, Haaland was special, not only a scorer, but a provider. 100%. McLovin in the building. Bless Vader. I'm watching all the playbacks. Busy time to catch all the lives, but glad to be here now. Yo, respect, McLovin. Thank you for catching the VODs, right? The videos on demand, going back and checking it out. And the beauty about that, if you happen to miss, and I don't take any offense, if you happen to miss is you can watch it in spurts, right? You can watch the first 15, catch jokes, catch some knowledge, take a break, do whatever you got to do, or you can just play it on in the background, whatever works for you. But talking about this debut, and the excitement was so huge, I think everybody was up for it. Everybody was up to kind of create a moment, create a memory, create an experience. And the way the players kicked off that match, you could tell that they were dialed in. On previous shows, you've heard me even do post-match, so I'm not going to go too much into it, but the lineup was almost exactly what I had anticipated and almost suggested in terms of like seeing a difference between Mahrez and Grealish just to see how that front three works out. But the 11 and how they played were totally sharp, aggressive, looking for its points. And I thought I conservatively said it was going to be a 3-0 win, 2-3-0 win. The way they were playing, the way they were moving the ball, the way they were attacking, it looked like it was going to be even crazier than that modest score. Now, the 4-0, I'm going to say, not surprising. Okay, not surprising. Wasn't expected, but definitely wasn't surprising. I will say this, though. What I was surprised about is early in the match, our star boy, no slant, no disrespect, absolutely a star. Young star, by the way, 21 years old, 22 years old. Foden, 7-8 minutes into the game, he's doing his thing. The way the team broke it down and got into that offensive position, and where Foden was on that pitch, and come on, we know the quality of Foden, okay? And this is why I want to go back to the excitement and the anticipation and the want to create a moment, or just to create a memory. I think Foden was in that moment where it's like, he saw glory, and for that split second, for that player microsecond decision making, he went for the goal before actually taking the higher percentage with squaring the ball, which would have gone to the feet of Haaland or Mahrez. Now, I'm not going to kill him for it. Definitely not. And I had a couple exchanges on Twitter, rivals or whatnot, especially in the DMs, about every player is going to make that mistake. That's going to be something he's going to continuously do. Now, I didn't go heavy into it. One of the go-to rivals, we pleasant, professional banter kind of said, Foden's going to make that mistake again. And I disagree. And the reason why I disagree is for a few reasons. Now, Foden didn't square the ball, took the shot, safe. Had he squared it, I'm confidently going to say it would have been a goal. Now, the reason why he's not going to make that mistake again is because fundamentally what City's about, it's about that next level thinking. It's about the higher percentage play of the ball and situations that you want to put your opponents into, right? Make that keeper have to decide on two scenarios rather than just the one of him shooting. Because once that ball gets squared to Holland, this keeper is now shifting weight, now has both corners to have to really worry about, and possibly that ball getting played back to Foden or even Mahrez. So that's why I think the learning for Foden's going to happen. It's another thing too, because I believe, I do believe that Pep subbed Foden off because of that. Yes, Foden scored, and I'm gonna talk about the goals. But I think because of the fundamental way that Pep and City need to play, how we play, and because it was just for a fraction forgotten, or maybe not forgotten, but just resorted to the old ways, because customarily there wasn't a player in that position in the middle like that consistently for us, right? Whenever we played someone else in that nine position, in that false nine, they wouldn't have been right there. They would have been actually higher on the box just by nature. So I think Pep made it a learning moment. Not that he's going to be slanted, not that he's going to be kept out of the squad moving forward, but it was like, listen, I want everyone, you Foden, everyone on this team to know the ball needs to be squared in those situations. Let me put some of these comments on screen and I'm going to get back into it. Edison in the building. What a do. McLovin. Yo, hello. McLovin had to say, I love Pep for keeping it strict. From the stories of Henri to the realities of yeah, exactly. It's consistent. It's consistent. And then, you know what that does? That makes everyone, that brings a calmness, because everyone knows, here's how I play. Here's what's expected of me. I don't have to guess, right? I'm in that situation again, I'm squaring the ball. Now, can you be faulted for making the more intelligent play? Never. Will it always relate into an outcome, a preferred outcome? Not necessarily, but you have to play the better percentages. And I think that's what Pep's instilling. I missed this comment early on. Hallo Banga goes, trust. When I say Liverpool fans are panicking about their 2 draws, let's keep our good from going and crushing these Reds. We're going to stay calm. We're going to stay calm. We're going to stay focused. We're good. This is a slow start for us. We just got to be consistent, continuously improving, and it's going to be a great season. McLovin also goes, Pep sub Foden off to make us a better team in the future when those mistakes actually cost. Facts. And you know what it also does? It keeps everyone calm and everyone clearly understanding that it is a coaching decision. I'm not mad at you. I'm not crushing you. I'm coaching you. That's all that it is. So when subs need to happen, no longer are players going to be like, "Oh, I'm stressed. I'm mad at the coach. I'm mad at the manager. How dare he sub me?" Being subbed isn't a slap in the face. Being subbed doesn't have to come across as, "Oh, I'm not of quality." Right? Like how do you learn? How do you improve? Being too big, too great of a player to be subbed, it's crazy. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. And players need to get out of that ego. 100%. Yo, Daniel, big up my guy. Edison, a coach in his own right, goes, sometimes Pep will regret subbing out players instead of keeping them in crunch time. Hey, that's a reality. That's a reality. But given the situation and given the time of the year, I think he can make those decisions. This comment before I go back to the topics. Vader 100. Because of our form at this moment, it's time. In time is ice cold, fellas. I'm saying we get 5 and 5 wins of our opening games. Hey, that's looking like a real possibility. And if we bang out 5 wins straight, it's going to put a lot of pressure on the rivals out there. 100%. Let me go into And I just want to cap this off, and I want to be real with it. It's not a slight on Foden. It's not a label you forever. It's not a you're selfish. No, because we've seen Foden not be selfish many times. And again, came up and he scored a goal. What I do want to say is it's just a reminder. It's a coaching situation to be like, listen, everybody on board. Mahrez, Grealish, Foden, Gundo, Silva, KDB, Holland, Alvarez, everybody. We're making the smart play. We're making the high percentage play. That's what we're all about. All right? No goal for glory. And we've seen our players in the past do that. But it's a reminder early this season, we're not having it. So that late in the season, it doesn't happen. You know what I mean? I'm excited about that. I'm really excited about that. Let me go to this. Vader games. Okay. So the Foden learning moment. The Foden moment, actually, where he should have squared the ball was literally 7-8 minutes into the match, right? It was that early in the match. Could have been 1-0, and more importantly, it could have been Holland with another goal. You know what I mean? Hey, there's people out there, they got their agendas, and I know there's also City Warriors that are fighting against some of those agendas. So Holland getting a goal in his second match would have been sweet. And I'm telling you, Foden owes Holland another one. So if Foden gives Holland an assist next game, he owes him another one. All right? Another one. Now, that would have been an easily squared ball. Foden would have gotten an assist. Holland would have gotten a goal. 1-0. 7 minutes in the game. Classic City. Right? Classic City. 7 minutes in the game. Already putting pressure on Bournemouth. And then it would have been an even longer day. Because these guys are battling in the heat too. Let's not forget. This debut. Heat wave, serious heat. 2 water breaks happened within this match. That's how severe the heat was. So it would have been a really long day had it been scored so early. But I want to say this. Even with the miss, the players looked like they were going for more. And hey, that first goal, that goal that happened for Gundo, who was in the mix? Who was actually fending off 2 defenders, right? Who was actually showing his strength and showing his willingness to play for his teammate? Holland. And Holland got that ball off to Gundo, and Mr. Clutch, Gundo, Mr. Clutch scores the opener. Great celebration. Everyone joining him in celebrating that goal. And it was off. It was off after that. I want to say that every goal was actually pretty. There's a new segment that I want to do. And I got to work around. Okay, I don't know why I'm whispering, but because you guys are going to hear me anyways. But there's a segment that I want to do. I'm going to work around how I'm able to use football footage. There has to be a way. There has to be an equal use. There has to be an equal use loophole that I can get around because I want to show these goals. I want to show these goals. I want to have a breakdown of these goals. But Gundo, the assist from Holland was beautiful. Then we got to talk about KDB. Oh my. Okay. There's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of people out there disrespecting KDB. Okay? They want to disrespect him and want to talk about how he's a system guy or he's not as quality as he is. He's not as needed in Manchester City as he is. Don't bite. Don't bite on that he's not needed. The fact that City can interchange players and still have a high level of success or consistency, that's not a slight on a player. All right. Look at the players that have gone out. Look at Sterling, look at Jesus, look at Zinchenko. All right. Just because they're cooking elsewhere, and just because on times where they would be subbed and we would still be winning, is not a slight on them. Right? It's not a slight on them because we can see the quality that they have. KDB is that quality. And that goal, sexy. That's all I can say. Sexy. You know what? Okay, it's gonna sound mad silly. I'm a grown man, but after that, I got the soccer ball, got the net in the back. Man's doing the fake and trying to replicate it. You know what I mean? Like it was one of those. It was one of those like, yo, let me try that. So that's how nice that goal was. Enjoyed it. We're gonna see that a lot. Let me go to these comments. I can't be the only one that was loving that goal, but let me go to these comments. McLevin goes. Oh, let me actually go a little sooner because I think you guys are talking about the phone stuff. Actually, Daniel goes. Bernardo Silva will not join FC Barca. Man City have decided no offers will be considered. Confirmed. Yo, big ups. Hey, the content coming out of True City Fan, Mancunian way, pitch points, on point. Those guys expressed a lot that it's not looking likely. All right, all signs in terms of what makes sense for the club, what we're seeing out of trusted City sources. It's not happening. Great news, Daniel. Woo, Football and Chill, fantastic channel, guys and girls, City fam, City rivals. Go check out the channel. Quality channel. Get the subs up. It's new, amazing, different perspective. You're all going to enjoy it. Make sure you're a part of it. Don't miss out. Subscribe to that channel for sure. McLovin goes, drop the link for the podcast. Yo, actually, that's true. That's true. So Football and Chill, not only will it live on YouTube, but there's going to be a podcast portion to it. So you can definitely enjoy that. People, go and sub it. Go and sub it. Hello Banger goes, I don't think any City fan can say Foden has reached a level that doesn't require player development like KDB, Gundo, and Walker. No, you're right. Foden is harnessing his powers, right? He's harnessing his powers. He's figuring it out. He's really knowing how to just get the best of his abilities and know the best of his teammates. So, hey, I'm not mad at him at all. I know that he's going to get there, and he needs to be coached up. He needs to be coached up. Let me go here real quick. What? McLevin goes, trust me, Hello. Foden has a lot of room for improvement, like his finishing, some of his decision making. I love his aggressiveness, his tenacity. It's a quality. Honestly, listen, when you hear others want to talk about, he's a high energy player, or he's gritty, he's tough, he never gives up. That's actually a quality. Now, it should never be the sole quality, but you add that quality to skill, intelligence, ability, you're looking at a very good player, because often you get players that have all of that, but they don't have the engine. They don't have the drive. They don't have the grittiness to want to actually fight. So when you combine that, it's not a slight. Now, if it's the only quality, then it is a problem. But you combine that in a player, you're going to have a player that's going to go far. You can show the goals if you stream on Twitch. Bam. Okay, Daniel, here's what we're going to do right here and now. Listen, because I am simultaneously broadcasting on Twitch. Okay. And I do that because that's actually where I started. I started out there. But maybe I'm gonna do an exclusive show on Twitch. I'm gonna work out the title of it. That's gonna live on Twitch, and maybe elements I can bring over to YouTube. But those are gonna want to be a part of it will be on Twitch. I'm gonna make it happen. Look out for that announcement. Daniel, good looking out, my guy. Hello Banga goes, Vader. I'm saying this again. He is the best player in the Prem when fully fit. Fellas, it's not even funny anymore. No, I agree. KDB should not get any slander. I mean, for some of his injuries in the past, how do you hold that against him? Look at the man's production. If you want to just be a stats person, just look at his stats. If you want to be a complete fan or rival, look at everything that he does, and you know how important he is. Okay. KDB's goal against Bournemouth reminded me of Aguero's last goal against Everton. Exactly. Bang on. Bang on. I agree with that, and it reminded me as well. KDB will always be needed. Only he could have scored that goal. Hey, talk about that another time. Let me also go and say this. Foden goal, can't hate on that either. The ball that KDB gave him It was a little behind, right? A little behind for Foden. He was a little off balance, but the way he was able to contort his body and get that foot off and get that shot off, I should say, great effort. Great effort. And despite him in scoring, Pep was like, I'm still coaching you. Still going to manage you. Subbed off at halftime. Now, Cancelo's goal, that was the only goal in the second half. And I know it's not going to register as Cancelo's goal. Don't kill me. But what he was doing, how he was working on that side, and the entire game, I have to give it up. Like the team as a whole, subs and all, played really well. And I was happy to see the subs that did happen and the time at which they happened. That's important to know. But Cancelo was cooking on that side, played really well, created a lot of space, was able to get that cross off, which again was so important. He didn't go for his shot. He actually went to cross the ball. And I believe it was Alvarez and Silva that were in the middle there. Had a defender not gotten an own goal, that would have been Alvarez's. I'm certain of it. The way he was looking, the way Cancelo was looking and had his head up and looking for his teammates, I believe that would have been Cancelo's goal. Let me get back to the comments before we switch topics here. McLovin goes, but McLovin, 100%, of course. That's why we love this team. We have players at all different stages that keeps our team ticking. That's what you need. Go back. If you want to go back and look at Pep early career, even his Barca time. He had a 21-year-old Messi and ranges, I think Henri may have been 29 at the time. But there was such a mixture of ages with regards to the players, and that's what you need. You need experience. You need the hunger of youth. You need the energy of youth. You need the experience of age. You know what I mean? So it was huge. Big ups, Unconventional Entertainment Group. Yo, good looking out. Now, this is football fam, and this is football fam as well as athletics or track and field fam. Check out this channel, amazing dynamic, and hit them up with a sub. You're gonna love their content. If you're a fan of athletics, you're gonna love their content. Check it out. Football and Chill podcast. You have to get to it. Make sure you guys support that channel. Daniel, it's not allowed to show the highlights on YouTube, only on Twitch. That's why all streamers stream on Twitch now. I see that. I can see the combination. It's working in the brain. I know how to work this. I got a good following. Now, the following on Twitch was because of my heavy gaming days, and I'm nice. All right. But I've toned down in terms of the gaming to kind of get this popping off. But I'm gonna make it work on Twitch. Trust me, Daniel. Vader, stop listening to all the bad fraud. HH, his KDB agenda is disgusting. I hear you, McLovin. I don't fall for it, and it's not just him though. It's not just him at all. Unconventional Entertainment Group. Unconventional Entertainment Group. Another comment. Thank you so much, and big up to the one named Jesus. All right. If you want the chat to know your name particular, comment. I'm going to talk about you specifically. But until then, I'm going to keep it respectful with regards to Jesus. Obviously, you're an Arsenal fan. We'll talk about that another time. Football and Chill, my guy. Patrick versus Vader FIFA 22 match. I'm still on the PS4. But yeah, we can make that happen one day, man. I'm vicious with it. So we can make that happen. Now let me get back to the comments. To the topics. I talked about that pass from Cancelo that looked to either hit Alvarez or Silva. And now let me talk about Silva. All right. I'm obviously not there. I'm not there. I'm the away fan. I'm the City away fan. I don't get the same experience that those match-going fans do. But from what I've heard, talking with Daps, and I hope to kind of confirm this as well when I talk to Martin tomorrow, the reception for Silva was huge, was big. I think the fans themselves were so united. They were so together in terms of making sure that he felt appreciated. He was recognized for his contribution to the team and what he's done for City. And they were showing love. I think that was so significant because from what I hear, they sang his name loud and he recognized it. He appreciated it. And then after the match, he actually addressed the home fans and went to all four corners in the Etihad. And he clapped the fans and he just showed love. And my theory on that when I talked post-match last week was we know that players, family, players' agent, players' entourage, whatever it may be, they hear everything. They've got the burner accounts, they've got the different avatars or whatever. You know, they're moving in secrecy within some of these socials, but they hear everything. So I think some of the things that were kind of coming back with regards to Silva and, you know, not necessarily appreciating it anymore, ready for him to get out the door, you know, so on and so on. I think it was all heard. I think coming out of his camp, he was like, nah, I mean, I love everything about City. Yeah, all these rumors and talks are happening in the background, but I love City. And I understand that it's been stressful. I understand that it's put its toll on this fan base. I recognize that. I think that's why he went to the four corners. I think that's why he addressed the City fans the way he did. And, I rate him for it. That's what you want to do. Like, despite things being in limbo a little bit, you still respect everyone. And I think it was a sign of respect that the fans gave to Silva as he was on the pitch and he played his heart out. And I think it was also out of respect from him at the end of the match to address the fans and say thanks. All right. Vader games. Whew. Now. This week, week 2 in the EPL. It just kept giving. It is the weekend that just kept giving and giving. All right. The reason why is because City won 4-0. Quality. More than what I expected. But then you had the matches of United. Then you had the matches of Chelsea, Tottenham. You also had the matches of Arsenal. And kind of like at arm's length, I'm watching those matches. I'm watching those matches because obviously former City players are over there. I'm not watching the game minute to minute, but I'm paying attention. And I'm not going to lie. When you have rivals that have talked garbage, talked crap about your players, and now they happen to no longer play for your club, and they're elsewhere, and now you hear those rivals giving the players the respect that they've obviously deserved. It's funny. It's nice. It's expected, right? Rivals aren't supposed to like your team. They're not supposed to like your players. But I love it. I love how things kind of come back 360. And you see the love that Jesus is getting. The man's doing his thing. Zinchenko, quality, no doubt. And then over at Chelsea, as a team, they have their limitations, their struggles, but man, still coming off with an assist over there. It was the weekend that kept giving. And the rival situation right now is great. Absolutely great. Okay? We have Liverpool, 2 draws to start the season. Would have never expected that. We have United, who haven't scored a goal this year. They've only scored an own goal, and were just slapped up 4-0. And then there's always going to be a hatred for me in Chelsea because of Champions League. But then we have Chelsea, and we have Tottenham, we have the Spurs, that are going to be battling for that London turf war all season long, and they drew 2-2. It was the weekend that kept giving because it was like, what what was kind of like ideal from a City situation in terms of like even standings and wins and what you want your rivals to do. I mean, the only thing I could have asked for more would have been Liverpool to lose. That's the only thing I really could have asked for, and Arsenal. But Arsenal, they can do their thing. Liverpool drawing twice, love it. Even more importance on this upcoming Monday match that they're going to have against United. And then United getting slapped up 4. So my thumbnail to start this had the 4, but the 4, peep this. The 4 was significant because the 4 could mean City 4-0 against Bournemouth. But it could also mean 4-0 for United. I was loving this. I was loving it. Absolutely loving it. And let me say this. I know the state of some of these clubs and how their perspective on owners and what they need to do. It's another conversation. And I'm going to get into it. I'm going to get into it next week because I really think it needs a proper amount of time. I'm already 40 minutes into this show. But listen, the owners are not the overarching, never able to success reason for a club. It's not. You can't just simply say we're not winning because of these owners. And you can't also simply say we are winning despite these owners. It does not work that way. It doesn't work. Like, I don't know the mental gymnastics, the logic that you want to go around it. Oh, we're losing because of the owners. Oh, we're winning despite the owners. Nah, it doesn't work that way. So y'all need to change that. You need to rethink that. But I will say this. I don't care if United is burning right now. I don't care if United is crumbling right now. I don't care if this club is going to be at the bottom. I don't. And for me hearing some of the neutrals or other clubs being like, nah, United need to be good. No, they don't. United need to be successful. No, they don't. They don't. And this isn't just coming from a City fan. Any club can fail. And any club can have hard times. Don't care. Why should I? And us as fans, why do we even care? I don't want to hear City fans being like, "Oh, I feel bad for United." Why? Why would that even be the case? All right, and I want to ask the question. Hit me up in the comments real quick. Let me know what would be the reason for a non-United fan to care for United to remain good. I don't get it. There's a cycle to sports. You're winning, you're dominant, and then you fade and you rebuild. Right? That's just how it goes. So who cares if United's not good right now? They could burn. They could burn and have the worst run of success that the EPL's ever seen. I don't care. They can relive, or they can have their own version of what Leeds have gone through. Blackburn's gone through. They can have their version of what Arsenal's kind of done in terms of their peaks to where they struggled. They can have the terrible run that City has had prior to that. Remember, there was a banner. United had a banner mocking us, joking on us with regards to our lack of success. They can live that. I don't care about United. Let me know in the comments if I'm nuts. Why would it matter? Why would it matter? Let me go to these comments real quick. let me. Where I didn't even bring my water down here. Yo, FIFA player, my league code. Yo, what it do? Thanks for being in the mix. Daniel Lewis goes, Manchester is and always be blue. Daniel goes, that's why Sterling's not a legend. The fans would never do what they have done for Bernardo, for Sterling, because he has no connection with the fans. But David Silva, Aguero, hey, that's fair. That's fair. Sterling, I don't know if he goes into legendary status, but he definitely goes in terms of a player that's been a reason for our success. I agree with you there. Vader, don't listen to the crap they say. They want to create the underdog narrative again. But wait until the Liverpool City match previews when they put 7, 8 Liverpool players in the combined 11. You know what? I'm actually going to have a talk about this combined 11, this combined team thing, and address it, because sometimes I find it to be very funny. Daniel also goes, "Why would I feel sorry for United? I don't care." Exactly, Daniel. I shoot. Whether this channel or this show right now has many non-City fans watching it, I don't know. And if I offend, the intent is not to offend. The intent is just to talk from a fan standpoint. You, as a rival, could care less about the difficult times at City, right? You could care less. And it's the same thinking with regards to United. It's the same thinking with regards to any rival. Like, there was a time when Newcastle was in the mix like that. There was a time where Leeds, Nottingham Forest, but things fade, things change. You United fans at the time could care less. You could care less about the other clubs. It was about your club. And the same thing goes right now. I don't care about United. I got friends who are United fans. You're gonna have difficult times. Maybe you're not gonna want to talk about football for a while. Maybe you're gonna be one of those fans that's gonna say you're going on loan. But I don't care, and we really shouldn't care. What should just be understood is this is what football is all about. And I'm gonna get into the topic in a lot more deeper and complicated form next show. Trust me on that one. You're not going to want to miss it. 1 second while I address my little one. All right. Apologies for that one. Now, listen. This weekend kept giving. You know what? And let me actually do this properly, because I'm trying to have my transition. Vader games. So this weekend kept giving, and it was now officially not the weekend. It's Monday, and it's Monday. Crystal Palace, Liverpool, Patrick Vieira. I was like, it's Monday. I can work my dual screens here and have the game on and the game on the side while I do my thing. Thought it was gonna be a Liverpool win. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Act like I know football like that. I predicted a draw or a loss, but I did know that it was gonna be a tough match, and I know that because of what Vieira did against us last season. Excellent game plan, great approach, knew what he wanted to try and neutralize. And honestly, sometimes a manager is, I just want to get a point out of this. I'm not necessarily going to go out and expose the team in a sense to not win or not get a draw, not at least get a point. I'm not going to expose the team and try to go for 3 points and then concede and not win. But his approach made sense. And again, he took a win and a draw off City last season. So I rate Patrick Vieira highly. And I think a lot of people need to be doing that as well. From what I understand, he was actually suggested or some of the bets where he was going to be one of the first managers fired. All right, that level of disrespect, and he's proven them wrong. But what he did against Liverpool tactically made absolute sense. If you look at what gives every team difficulty, it is when you are very defensive, which can disguise good defense or disguise poor defense for just being very compact. But the approach made a lot of sense. 5 at the back. You know what I mean? They had Zaha in the middle, high up the pitch, applying pressure with regards to Phillips and Van Dijk. And Ezzy on that left wing. You know what? I'm going to bring it back to City. Ezzy was, and apologies if I'm saying it wrong. Ezzy. I'm going to say Ezzy. But the way he was working that wing, holding possession, looking up the pitch, trying to get the ball through the channels to Zaha. What do we want from one of our players like that? What's a great example of what we saw in that match to maybe mirror over here at City? I'm not saying that Grealish and Ezzy are the same player. No. But in terms of what they can do and look to do, why not? Why not? I think that was a great glimpse, a great example of what we can actually, as City fans, look to be like, yo, Grealish, this is how we want you to cook over here, right? Because I believe there are going to be moments where Haaland isn't going to be asked to drop as deep, sometimes in that defensive role. So, hey, I think we saw a little foreshadowing of what to expect from Grealish on that end, and maybe mirrored differently with Foden or Mahrez. But that approach looked nice. Now, we would never take such a defensive route, but that approach by Patrick Vieira looked nice. And in all honesty, they should have been up by more than one goal. To surrender a goal, a man up after that red card, not good at all. But this is a weekend that kept giving. Now, let me also say this. I'm not going to kill Darwin Nunez for what he did. I'm not going to kill him because, again, he's a young player. Okay? And obviously, because of his reaction, his teammates, his manager, everyone needs to tell him he better expect to receive the same moving forward. If a player is going to be able to get under your skin, you're going to get a reaction out of that like that, you're going to get tested again. It's just going to happen. You're going to get tested again until they realize it's not going to work against you anymore. Okay? That's the reality. But he obviously did not like the physicality. He did not like being touched up when the ball was nowhere near him. And again, that's a proper tactic. That's a proper thing you do. That's big man or big woman if you're playing women's football. That's part of the match, part of the game. So he better get used to it because he's going to get tested again. And now, with regards to these Liverpool meltdowns that are happening, a lot of it is now because this Nunez is out for 3 games, if I understand correctly. He's out for 3 matches because of this straight red. The weekend kept giving back. It kept giving back. City won. I'm happy. And now I'm watching United get slapped 4-0. I'm watching Chelsea and Tottenham draw. And then this Monday, Liverpool draw again. Love it. Love it. If you were a City fan, tell me right now, you were loving it as well. This is a great week 2 of the EPL. Oh, great week 2. Week 3 is going to be nasty. Let me go to the comments. Daniel goes, Vader, no, I think I got that one already. Yeah, here we go. Ezzy and Olis, fire. Vader, Man City should keep an eye on both of them, especially on Olis. Oh, could be a candidate for the right wing in the future. You know what? We got to look up his age. But that's a shout. I'm not mad at that. Oh, you got a hot take. Okay, hot take. Crystal Palace has a better attack than Chelsea. Zaha, Ezzy, and Olis are so good technically. Hey, you know what? It's true. And the problem in that game, no disrespect to Ayew, but he's lost. He just doesn't have it as much anymore. But yeah, they look good. And they know exactly where they want to attack. I loved watching that match. Now, let me do this. Vader games. Now, this weekend that kept giving ended. Well, it didn't end because it ended with Liverpool. But this weekend that kept giving, this Chelsea and Tottenham match. Hyped up heavily. Energy was huge, right? Early battles. And I talked about this on a previous show when I was kind of doing previews to the league, and maybe I talked about where I saw everyone finishing. You give the predictions. I did say that London, Arsenal, Tottenham, West Ham, Chelsea. I said that London's going to be a serious turf war battle this year. It's going to be a serious battle this year. And this Chelsea and Spurs did not disappoint. 4 goals, right? 4 goals scored. Drama. And the fact that Conte, former Chelsea manager, now over at the Spurs, and they have this battle, they have this turf war battle, it's going to be amazing to watch. It's going to be amazing to watch because they're all battling, in my opinion, they're all battling for that 3rd, 4th, 5th spot. All of them are in that mix to battle for it. And right now it was a draw, so it's still even, right? The blood, like the first cut hasn't happened yet. First blood hasn't happened yet. Now, I don't know who meets up with who first, whether the Spurs are going to face Arsenal or if Chelsea are going to face Arsenal next. But that's going to be great football to watch. And this turf war is going to be sick. Now, let me know in the comments, even if you're watching this on the playback. Is this hatred between Tuchel and Conte a real thing? I'm not saying it's like WWE. It's fake. They were just doing it for show or whatever. I think there's actually real animosity here. Like I don't think either manager really like each other based off of what they saw that day. Whether things cool down and everything's nice and chill, that's another story. But do you think it's going to be a heated confrontation moving forward? Like, are they ready? Is like Tuchel and Conte, are they ready to fight? Like, are they ready for this rivalry, this club rivalry to like really pop off? Will there be exchanges within press conferences? There's different, man. Not all managers are like so calculated, reserved, prefer to let things on the pitch do the talking. I think we're looking at something that could be really amped up between them. Not to like, stoke the flame or make things worse. I think based off of the fan base too, like this, the way fans are in London and how they battle for that turf, I think it's going to spill over to the management. It might be a serious thing. I'm definitely watching. I'm definitely watching moving forward. Let me go to these comments. Dudley goes, I grew up in Moss Side. I went to infant school opposite. We know what happened when we were crap. Our fans stuck, and that's the difference. That's fair. And I brought this up on Home and Away when I was talking with Daps. The fans that battle through the tough times, it's huge. It's huge, and it's huge for so many reasons. But even more importantly, as a fan, as a fan, if you've competed, if you've played sports, if you've played games before, you know what it means to look at your teammates and know that they're going to continue fighting for you. You know what it means to kind of like be struggling, and then you actually can look up and see your fans cheering you on. There's a different level of support. There's a different level of togetherness when you actually get through it. And I'm seeing a lot of fans punking out. I'm seeing a lot of fans punking out during the tough times. And they have the right to do so. But you're going to be different. You're going to be different on the other side. There's a real beef between the two. I agree. I think based off of that match, Tuchel, Conte, there's real beef right now. And the next time they face each other, and if they happen to, the next time they face each other is going to be real. If they happen to face each other and it's with regards to winning a cup. Whoa, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Daniel's got some breaking news for me. He goes, breaking news: Bernardo Silva is in negotiations with City over a contract extension, as per. You know what? Gundalorian Pitch Points made a point that could have a lot of the leaked information, could a lot of the speculation be in effort to get a better deal for Bernardo? Because I believe in terms of weekly salary, based off of his performance, I think he could be up. He could be due for a bump, and could a lot of this have been a reason to do that? I wish it wasn't. I think there's other ways to get about it. But if that was the case, then hey, City fans can kind of chill a little bit. That'd be nice. Now, guys and girls, again, you're new to the channel, hit that follow button. You're returning to the channel, and I appreciate every comment you've hit me up with. And if you're watching on the playback, please, if there's a moment that I've said something that you think's crazy, I've said something that's made you smile, made you laugh, hit that like button, and then hit me up in the comments. I'm always looking to tweak this content, 100%. And like I discussed when I was talking with Daniel, great feedback too, because like I said, I'm simultaneous on Twitch as well. But we're going to have to do a show. We are going to have to do a show where we're addressing some of these goals and we're talking about it. All right. I think that's a mint idea. I've already got it cooking. But I want to say, love the interaction. Love the fact that I was able to do another episode of Why Always Me. This is Vader Games TV. We've got to keep in mind that there's going to be a lot more content coming out because of the season's kicked off. I'm actually going to be able to have a bonus episode of Home and Away, this time with Martin from Mancunian Way. I need to talk about his home game experience. I need to talk about that. Got different questions for him as well, because I've talked with Martin many times, so we can actually have a different conversation than the one that I had with Daps. And please don't miss out on it. I'm confirming the time as well. I'll make sure you're following me on Twitter so you know when that gets posted and you see what we're going to be discussing. Love is always appreciated with the interaction. Daniel, my guy, appreciate the love and the sharing of this content. Hello, Bang Out, my guy. Fellas, have a good one. Vader, respect Hello, Bang Out. I'm going to catch you. And you know what I got to do? Fan requested, no different. This week, we've got to do it. And yes, I missed doing this on the Home and Away, so I owe you a bonus shoe reveal. I'm going to keep to my promise. I owe you a bonus shoe reveal, and I will do that. So let me put this on screen. And hit me up in the comments. Let me know if you happen to know what these are. We kick things off. Let me know. Let me know. If you don't know what these are, I don't know if the color is doing it justice. I don't know if the color is doing justice to these. Let me turn off the light. Yeah. All right, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. And again, when I hit that milestone, when I hit the 1,000 subscribers, the subs, and we hit those goals, I'm giving back. I'm going to be able to give back with regards to this footwear. My footwear plug is going to make it happen, and I'm excited to do that. So thank you again for tuning in. I'm Vader Games TV. Why Always Me? Episode 40, and we had to talk about this. City having a success. Few struggles from our rivals. United looking to be disastrous. Can you ask for anything more? I'm Better Games. I'm out.